G'day and welcome back to the A-League Couch Critics. I'm Sogg.
And I'm Brad.
And today we're going to be talking about Brisbane Roar's change in home stadium for the 2021 season. Before we get into it though, thanks so much for liking this video and subscribing. We're only 5 subscribers off
95
100.
now.
We're at 95.
Fantastic.
So thanks so much for all our subscribers. And we're going to hit a bit of a party next week. So share this video if you enjoy and don't forget to like it.
Speaking of parties,
Oh, yeah. We've got
matching jumpers.
We do.
Hoodies.
And Bradley, do you want one of these?
Yeah, we'll take this. So, Sogg and I, we won our grand final last Sunday, playing for Bathurst Athletic in one of the most
Prestigious
credible competitions in the Central West. Third grade Bathurst.
Bathurst
4-1 win against Panorama. Ruined their perfect day. They were going for 4 wins out of 4, and they only got 3 out of 4. So we were in the party.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got a bit of memorabilia. What do you got there, Sogg?
This is the trophy, and it's actual some sort of metal. This is plastic, but it's the Bathurst District Football Men's Third Premiers Trophy. It still smells like the beer we drank out of it.
Yeah, everyone had a go. They poured a bit of beer in the pub afterwards, or a bit of Coke, or whatever they were drinking, and had a sip.
And what do you
Not
got there?
COVID safe. And this is the Club Championships Men Minor. So it was open to clubs that have either 2 or less teams in any of the grades in Bathurst, and genuinely surprised we won this.
We're the best small club in Bathurst.
I'll take it as a win. And just to show what you missed out on, this is what everyone got. Actually, the runners-up also got the same kind of medal, but
They
it
get a
just said
silver one.
runners-up. So,
and we won $500, didn't we? $500.
yeah,
Not
so
bad.
I'm going to be using that to buy a few new video games. No.
You can check out the highlights. We've got the 2-minute, all the goals from
Yeah.
the game, including a nice assist for our 4th goal from me.
Well, technically, it was off the keeper last. I don't know, would you?
Oh, there's my assist.
No. I gave it in the stats. So anyway, we'll link that in the descriptions below. You
Yeah.
can go check it out. We do have a Bathurst Athletic channel, all 4 subscribers.
There's
So
like
get
2
around
videos.
it. Subscribe today. If we get more subscribers, well, it was actually very easy to film the game.
Yeah.
Even on my phone, I put together you just screen record it and put together on YouTube. That was super easy.
Not too bad.
So we might do that more next year.
Anyway, we're not here to talk about our club the whole time. We're here to talk
Yeah.
about Brisbane Roar and what they've sent out to their
They
members.
will never get a hold of this trophy. Anyway, sorry, Brisbane Roar.
It's not even actually been announced, but they sent out in an email to their
Yeah.
members that next season, the 2021 season, they'll be playing all of their games at Dolphin Oval, Dolphin Stadium.
One or the other, yeah.
Who knows what it is. They played a couple of games there last season. What do you think, Bradley? Is it a good move? Is it the best move? Is it the right move for Brisbane Roar?
Well, the games they did have there, we'll start on that. That was banging atmosphere last year when they had like 9,000-10,000 and, well, basically full capacity there. So that was great. We came across what the email said on Reddit, and they were saying that they made this move probably based on COVID. Obviously, Lang Park or Suncorp Stadium, it's a lot of money to rent when they're not going to be able to fill, not that they ever do fill half of it. They won't be able to, with the current restrictions, they're not really able to fill it. So, but I think in the email, they really stresses what they want is a boutique stadium for Brisbane, and that's what it's really lacking. And so I think they make this move. It's probably not what they want, but they see it as a way that it was a success last year. They're going to do it this year.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they want a boutique stadium in Brisbane and not out in the outskirts at Redcliffe.
Yeah, I agree with you. Last season, the games they played there were great, and it had an atmosphere. I don't know if it's going to be the best. Stadiums without roofs, you come into some issues there, hot days and cold days. But I think the games they held there were fantastic, great. They sold it out, lots of fans there, and there was a good atmosphere, and you want to kind of build on that. But I don't know if just because something is good doesn't mean you should go for it completely. You can have too much of a good thing, or you can kind of something that was special and one-off when it becomes the regular isn't as good. So let's talk about some of the issues with it. I guess it's an hour and a half, an hour and 40 minutes from.
I think it was about an hour, or a little bit under an hour.
Okay, from Brisbane CBD.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So
So I think I looked it up in Google. We just did Suncorp Stadium to Redcliffe,
Yeah.
and I think it was about a little bit under an hour.
obviously not all of Brisbane Roar's fans are from Brisbane CBD, so people on the outskirts definitely go to games. But I saw someone on Twitter say this will change me from going to every Brisbane Roar home game
Yep.
to maybe 2 or 3 in the season. Like it's out of the way. It's not a good trip so much. Is this going to really hamper their kind of season?
I think it might have a bit of effect, at least on the full-time ticket members, because they've always played at Suncorp Stadium for the past 15 years.
Yeah.
And then I think the one-off matches they wouldn't have mind that, but I think the full season at Redcliffe's will be big issues for a lot of those full-time members work around. Well, we're playing at Suncorp every second weekend, and they work around their weekend around that. But now that they moved an hour away up north to Redcliffe, that's going to have an effect on them. And not many people are going to go, and some people want to change their membership.
Absolutely.
And then it seems like in the email from what we saw on Reddit was that they were suggesting that if you have an issue, consult the membership team before the automatic renewal on the same day that they sent out on the email. This is your deadline, and I'm like, well, that's a bit rough from the club.
Imagine if you're at work and you don't have time to make a call to change your membership.
But how often do you check your personal? Like, I check my work email all the time, but my personal email, I might check it, once a day, maybe every couple of days. I'm not going to check it every day.
I turned off notifications on my personal email. Sometimes I just, missed that bill. But it's pretty rough on that kind of thing. What about alternatives? Because really, if Suncorp's too big, which it is, I've been to a match at Suncorp, Sydney FC against Brisbane a couple of years ago, and it was ridiculous. There was 3,000 people there in a 40,000 seat stadium. It was laughable, and there was no atmosphere really to talk of. So their alternatives though really aren't big. They need a stadium of at least 10,000. So Dolphin kind of fits that. There are other alternatives that there's nothing in Brisbane really. There's the Gabba, which is again too big, and it's an oval. They're not going to play there. It's the same issue. Perry Park, too small and not really fit for regular A-League matches. There's the old kind of defunct rugby.
Oh, Ballymore, yeah. So I think they were redeveloping that into some kind of centre of excellence for rugby. Not much of a for the players to train at, more not really to actually go watch a game at.
Yeah, it's not quality enough to play regular A-League games. And then you've got Gold Coast down the road, kind of an hour down the road to travel to Seabus Stadium or whatever it's called now. And it's a decent ground.
So it holds 27,000. I would say that would be that would be a good size for Brisbane, but it's not in Brisbane.
No.
And so if they had a stadium like that in Brisbane, I think that would be really good.
So they really didn't have a lot of options. So I guess this goes back to their point. They're pushing the government. They want a boutique stadium in Brisbane, something that fits them better. And then when they have finals games, maybe they could take them. And I think this is what a lot of A-League clubs, and people have been saying this for a long time now, we need smaller stadiums. We need football-specific stadiums. We can't be playing now these huge, terrible things. Because it's just, half of the culture and the excitement of the A-League comes out of our support, the way we support. You need, roofs that keep the sound in and echo it around. And, the picture-perfect kind of example of that is the new Parramatta Stadium, West Bank. Is that what it's called, West Bank?
Bankwest.
Bankwest.
But they don't sponsor with us, so let's just call it Western Sydney Stadium. It's non-sponsor name.
It's fantastic. I've been there for a game that only had about 4,000 fans, and the atmosphere was awesome still.
When did you go?
I went to a game, I think it was against Brisbane Roar actually, just with my brother-in-law.
Is this during COVID?
No, it was the start of last season. Yeah, towards the start of last season.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, there was, not really good fans there, fairly small, but the atmosphere was still good on a rainy night because the stadium's made to kind of hold those games. So they're the kind of things we want to be seeing. You know, Sydney FC, their new stadium in the SFS might be a little bit too big still, but we've seen how much they've benefited from Cogra and a boutique, smaller kind of experience. We know how much, you know, Adelaide United love their little stadium, Perth Glory.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You know, there's some good smaller grounds, and maybe with the Women's World Cup coming, we can get some more funding for these kind of small stadiums. We'll wait to see what happens with that. But yeah, I don't think Brisbane had much of a chance, and this is the way they want to go.
We should pause because we need to go murder some flies because I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but I'm very worried that it's playing a big effect. Come here. Well, we're back from our murder session. We killed all those flies. We do apologise if you heard anything in the background.
Yeah.
We're talking about boutique stadiums.
Yeah, so I think we know that's the way the league kind of has to go. We've seen the way America has done it, and Canada's doing a good kind of model of their small stadiums as well.
Oh, and the MLS, yeah.
We know it just kind of works better that way. And so it'd be great to see Brisbane actually get one. But for now, yeah, it's the best of a bad situation, isn't it? They can't keep playing at Suncorp. They've got to play somewhere. Dolphin Park seems to be the best of their options.
Which is a bit concerning because it's so far out of town. And so that's why they really need to lobby the government, the state and the federal government to actually get this done and build a boutique stadium or
I don't
their
know.
owners or whoever. Like, it needs to get done.
I don't know where they'd put it. You know, in Brisbane, there's not a lot of green space left. There's not a lot of room unless they're going to knock something down to make it.
What about those botanic gardens? It's just grass
get
and
rid of
trees and
gardens.
flowers.
How do you feel about that, Brisbane people? Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, I don't know what to do with that. That's obviously up to the government. Brisbane government's not very good. Or Queensland government, they just, your stadium? You mean our stadium?
Oh, is that Bugs Bunny meme with the Soviet Union flag? That is a fantastic meme.
That's a classic Reddit. Yeah, you know, I think that's the big problem with the football stadiums in general in Australia is, you know, the rugby league goes, our stadium. The government goes, yeah, this is for everyone, and then just lets rugby and NRL and AFL have the pick of it, and then goes, soccer, what? That's from back in the 60s, isn't it?
Soccer? Don't the Wogs play that? Ooh. I can say that because I'm mimicking. I wouldn't call anyone that way.
Yeah, I don't know how we get past this actually having our game, but
yeah.
You know, how awesome was it seeing Marconi Stadium host the NPL Grand Final?
Was it Marconi? Yeah.
Was that Marconi Stadium?
Yeah, it was a bit run down, but it was great to see those fans pack in. It was great.
Atmosphere.
It was great fun.
Yeah, it creates atmosphere. We want to see more of it. So good on Brisbane Roar, at least going for the atmosphere, going for that kind of choice. But hopefully it's not forever. Hopefully they get a better situation.
Stadium. Yep.
Yeah. I think that's all we've got to say for today.
Are we going to get a boutique stadium?
Are we going to get a boutique?
Bathurst Athletic?
Look, Carrington's probably not up to our grade. So,
it's too big. It's too big for us.
Yeah, no, probably not.
Okay, that's fine.
Anyway,
we'll lobby the government for it.
Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.